So this is Elenae's place, and we're over in Founders. Spooky spot in Founders. Now, the description here that I was given is this is the Light the Night competition winner. Light the Night from the Cozy Keep, that was a celebration around the Lunar Festival. So we saw something a little earlier in the week where we saw like this cool, like kind of like futuristic kind of depiction of the Lunar Festival in the future. It had this whole cyberpunk kind of feel to it. And so we're going to be taking a look at that. There's not really anything out here of note. Let's head on in though. All right, so as soon as we check out Elenae's place and we enter, it's darkness. No, not really, but let's kind of like, let me zoom in a bit, make our way through. All right, so we have this climb. Looks like that's being set up for us. We come into nothing. It's nice and dark. I think they had set the lighting for this just for us, which I'm very grateful for. We're already outdoors too. So yeah, this is just like a one room sort of thing. Lunar Festival stuff. So we got like filigree lights to like kind of dot the spots, and holy moly. Oh, oh wow. Ooh, look at that. Wow. Oh, dude. Oh, that's sick. That is sick. Oh, I love the shaping on this thing. Good. Googly moogly. Okay, dude, this whole spread. Oh man. Okay, so let me do this, and I'll just like, ooh. So like we have this whole, not diorama setup, but you know, we got a straight up a dragon showing up saying hello. Now, note what we have here. Like check out even like the floor. That's been like super skinned. And keep in mind that we walked into a skybox room and we had this climb up. So they had to create like a floor for like everything here. You know, with the walking stones that are right down there. To like the raised water and everything, the rocks that kind of like build that builds everything up to here, and then it climbs down. We have like that pool. Here's where the dragon comes out, and you have all sorts of little celebrations. You got fireworks going, complete with like sparks coming out there too. Lanterns are lit. Yeah, this illusion of space doesn't really do a great job here. So let me go down here. So like now we have this whole illusion of like space and distance that's back there, the smaller objects, you know, as you look further down the horizon. Oh, wow. Don't worry, we'll be breaking some stuff down. I'm just kind of like, you know, soaking it all in. Ooh, there's a lot. Check out the little memoirs and things like that that are being that are hanging out there on the altar, little dedications and stuff. There's a lot. This is a lot. Okay, so let's kind of like pan around a little bit more here. So here's where we came from, right? So we have this whole climb. Note like how paving stones are just dotted along the whole area. We have the panda dude to like say hi. You know, the water stuff, never mind the water stuff, that's for another time. They just kind of sunk that through. But we're on this like upper ledge. So imagine that we're in Pandaria. We climbed up, you know, to one of those like, you know, those really tall rises. And here's like the top of one of them, right? So let's go into here first. Don't worry, we'll break down the dragon. Trust. So we go up. Again, more paving stones that set up the whole spot, and they meticulously, you know, they lined them up reasonably well. I mean, there's definitely some clipping that's going to happen. It has to happen, but it's done very minimally, which is like fantastic. This is a great place for like a whole bunch of like RP folks to like all hang out in. You know, this is all dressed up with a privacy screen to set up as like kind of a balcony setup. And then Pandaren walls line up the rest of the spots where we'll see them. And others we have like these, you know, very modest, very pleasant places to like sit, hang out, and do stuff. We can grab party favors. We can grab rockets to, you know, grab fireworks and all that. pick up souvenirs and other like little treasures that are set up back here as well. And then simple setup like this, you know, they set up this whole, you know, we have the Razorwind bar shelf. We have like a platform back there. We have a couple of like tables tables here to round up the spots, as well as make like the roofing here. Nice and natural looking. Looks good. Now here's something that's a bit more pre-built. You know, you have like this cart setup, but then you have like other small objects that they put in here as well. You know, in this case, you know, you have the empty market shelves, but they filled it up with stuff. What are we gonna eat? Snacks. We're gonna eat cushions and rug rolls and pillows and stuff. Delicious stuff, man. Delicious. Awesome. Nice little thing, nice little detail here with the keg and like some of the spilled beer. How dare they spill stuff? Gosh. They gotta learn to be more careful. And then note too how you have like the bits of like string lights, the Borealis string lights to be precise, to help to further us in the mood. Now I want to look over this here in case there's like anything out there. Trees, all good. And then right here is like the climb down, you know, and all the mountains there. I notice here too, the way that this is set up. Oh, really good detail. So like the tree, it's not just there. It happens to be like centered here. And then you have this kind of even pattern setup. You have like the curved elven tables right there, and also here to help create like this more like complete looking shape. So yeah, really good. A little bit of grass that's kind of like peeking through the cracks and the paved stones here. Right here on the side, this very, very well-dressed fountain starts up top here. Things start to flow down and down and down and then into the water. Oh, that's really good. Love the animations here. Nice little touch with like the super enhanced moonstone. And then also notice, I'm doing a quick pan around real quick just to make sure that I'm right. Yeah, I am right. Notice that with, you know, along here, along with the water, you have the special flowers, the favorite flowers whose name I'll never remember, that are only growing around this spot here. I think that's a cool touch. I think that's a nice little bit of detail. Wait, no, I lied. There's more. There's like one there. Haha, I caught you. Okay, so they are around here somewhere in like certain places, but they're very prominent up here, which I think is very cool. I want it to feel like I'm very observant here, so I tried. So the greens, they start spilling down into the water, floating in the water as well. And then now let's take a look at this freaking beast. Oh man, dude. So we saw a similar setup from another builder, but I really like how the lighting here, because of the filigree lights, how it all dances together and creates this huge shape. Like, didn't think about this. By taking the filigree lights of different sizes, different orientations as well. So it's not like randomly just like set up, you know, they made sure that, you know, there's like, it's like patterned, but at the same time, it does such a great job of having the light being exposed here. So that way it illuminates the back a little bit more. Now I know that's not how the filigree lights actually work. It brightens up, you know, in a 360 angle, but it has the illusion as if it did illuminate the back there, and it just enhances the effect even more. That looks so cool. So cool. Lights are lighting along the bottom. And then notice how we have like the different tones here. Different tones on the scales, you know, to indicate, okay, here's like the softer parts. Here's like the more thick scales and everything. And then under here, you know, all filled out. All that's filled out. You'll even notice here, you have like the little pink, you know, the little wispy thing that's right there, you know, as if it's like a beard of some sort. It's a great detail. Fantastic detail. Here, let's get closer. Enhance. So what we got teeth is, we got teeth. We got, oh, I think we've learned the truth. This dragon is actually a Knight of the Silver Hand. Ah, revealed. But yeah, the teeth work is, again, very, very great detail. Awesome detail. Oh, man. And then the eyes. The eyes are draconic crystals. Or drafted crystals. Very nice. Even has like the little mustachy kind of snout for the nose. And then again, you have the filigree lights to act as not fangs, but just kind of like to have like a super special, I don't know, bioluminescent mustache of sorts. Oh, did they eat? And it could be. Which means I should back up a little bit, huh? Just in case. Oh, that's good, dude. This is so good. Okay, so I think this is like, what's going on over there? Hold on. There's a hole in the dude. Wait, what happened? So, interesting. So there's a hole punched in the dude. Now, I think I'll need an explanation on this. So how come he's got a hole in him on the side? Because, I mean, you have the filigree lights to help, like, fill that out and everything, so it's not like it was a bug or anything. I'm kind of curious. Like, can I jump in there? I can kind of jump in there, but I really shouldn't. Yeah, kind of curious. All right. Damn, dude. Oh, and then like a little bit back here, you have like some subtle stuff. Oh, that's interesting. So they purposefully clipped the gazebos through to make like just more like flat, kind of 2D-ish structures. Those sort of depictions. Cool. And like nice stuff, really nice work on like the floating plants. Like you have some flowers there. Here you have some hostas plus flowers and everything. Yeah, this is fantastic. The lanterns are even like going up even higher in the sky than I thought. Yeah, fireworks going. That's really cool, dude. There's so much to this. Yeah, and then there's a perspective check there. So like if we're like back here, like you get that cool depiction right over there. When we get closer, here's how it's all assembled. So again, you have like the structures that'll kind of like purposefully clip through to create flatter objects, but not there. Yeah. All right. So here we pan back again. That's sick, dude. This is amazing. Like we saw a one-room build of like a house earlier. Crazy build. This right here, crazy build. Awesome. Are the crystals causing the smoky eye look too? Let me see this. Now these are, actually I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a different thing. That's sick. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. I don't know what's creating that kind of effect. Oh, I just noticed like the fins, or the hair, if you want to call it that. That's neat. That's so neat.